Alrighty, so the calendar says that I'm supposed to make soil blocks and seed basil and cucumbers, but I think I'm gonna check on the timing of that. Supposed to start my third succession of lettuce. I'll do that on Friday because I've kind of just been doing that on Fridays. But look at this. It says plant out leeks, question mark. And my leeks have barely started germinating, right? I got my trays of soil block transplants here, and last week I noticed that finally the leeks are coming up after I planted them a couple of weeks ago. And the parsley wasn't coming up. It was planted about the same time, but now I'm seeing some little guys hopping up here and there. Some of these guys are really tall and they really need to get out to the light on the greenhouse tables, but I'm just gonna wait one more day and put the leeks and the parsley out on those greenhouse tables on Monday. It's not freezing yet. Is it freezing here? I think we got some freezing here. So I'm just watching the temperature drop and just a little afraid. Mostly, I'm sure these guys would be all fine, but I'm mostly concerned about my starts on the tables. 35 degrees in the greenhouse. So the whole point is to retain heat in the soil. So I don't know how warm the soil was. And we're here in the other greenhouse. And these are my other little buggers here. Hello. 34.5 in here. Okay, so yeah, hopefully there's enough heat in the soil for these guys to stay warm. I wouldn't have come out here except for Tyler was like, you know, it's gonna freeze before the sun comes up. And you gotta go down and cover your little guys. I gotta start covering these guys up at night. Again. I just pulled up the leeks and the parsley that were gonna go out to the greenhouse tables, and I put them under the lights here along with the third planting of green onions, because, you know, they took a long time to germinate, so this will kind of maybe get them growing faster. Plus, you know, it's been pretty cold out at night in the greenhouses, so I'm just gonna leave these guys here for a couple of weeks. Got the row cover pulled off of everything. I watered the carrot seed. I've got the drip running here on the little kale transplants. And I watered this bed of baby green seed. And I've got the drip running on the lettuce transplants. Now I'm gonna sit out here in the sun, drink some tea and eat some apples. Oh, joy. Hi, everyone. Hi, little Robin. He's got like the biggest worm in the whole world. Hey, where are all your buddies? You're so brave. Hi, little fellow. Now I'm starting to see some little Oregon dark-eyed juncos. Yeah, that definitely looks like a fox sparrow, I think. He won't go out the other side. Hey, buddy. Who are you? Are you a little fox sparrow? Oh, you are. You got that belly. Okay, buddy. Okay, you found out. Nighty night. Nighty night. Alrighty, so the green leaf lettuce is starting to pop up here and there. So I probably should get these guys out. The red, oh, I've got one little guy coming up. Maybe I should take these guys out too, even though they're not quite up. The red leaf always takes a little bit longer than the green. This was unexpected. It was supposed to be an overcast day today, but I do see a bunch of clouds over here, which may move in. But in the meantime, I went ahead and put the drip again on the lettuce. I've got my new little flats of lettuce over there on the table. I'm gonna go ahead and water this thing of baby greens again. And I went ahead and put the drip on the kale too. And I'm gonna water some carrots in. I am starting to see a few little tiny carrots popping up here and there. But I don't know, man. They're not gonna be ready by the time I've got basil that's gonna need to go out here, right? We shall see. Well, folks, the sun is going, gone. There's some blue sky here and there. Maybe we'll have some sun breaks today. Oh well, so much for sun breaks. It just started raining. So it was raining just a second ago, so I put my Gumby suit on. And yeah, then the sun came out. So this video is gonna be about taking row cover on and off the greenhouse beds. Yay! Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, nighty night, nighty night. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, nighty night, nighty night. Wake up, 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 wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, nighty night, nighty night. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, nighty night, nighty night. I was looking at my planting log for 2020, which was 2 seasons ago. And I started my basil and cucumbers on April 14th, which would be, for this year, it would be next week. And then I planted them out May 7th and 10th. But that year, we happened to have a nice little warm week in May where it popped up from the 50s up into the 70s for a whole week. And then it was still actually pretty warm, and then kind of went back down into the 50s. So I was able to plant out the cucumbers and the basil during that week, and they did pretty good. But even then, the cucumbers had gotten too big by the time I planted them out. So I really had started them too early. Then in 2021, which was last year, I started the cucumbers and the basil about the same time as the previous year, April 13th. And again, the cucumbers were too big by the time I planted them out the beginning of May. The basil was fine as far as its size, but then we had, just really cold weather all through May. There was never a good time to plant them out. So I did plant them out at the beginning of May, but yeah, it never really got much above 50 degrees through the whole month. And so, yeah, and then that first batch of cucumbers that I planted out in 2021 ended up dying. I had to try and restart them. So I think that what I need to do is, definitely not plant either the basil or the cucumbers this week. I could probably safely do the basil this week, this next week on the 15th. And on the off chance that we get a warm May, then those will be ready to plant out at the beginning of May. And then I'll probably just do the cucumbers maybe like the following week, so that I know that they're not going to be too big. And if we get a decent May, then they can go out and they'll be a little bit smaller and they might do better. So that's the plan. Basil next week, cucumbers the following week. Okay, folks, so I made another bunch of soil blocks and I'm seeding my third succession of Salanova lettuce, the green sweet crisp, and the red incised. I'll be doing my fourth succession of lettuce next week, and then that'll be it for a little while until I do some later plantings of lettuce so that I have some fresh stuff in the later in the season. And I already did all of my 4 successions of green onions. I've been doing 12 sets of green onions each week, but last week I did 44 sets of green onions because I wasn't sure how the earlier plantings were going to germinate and grow, so I got some extras here from last week. And lastly, I have 4 soil blocks. These are the larger size, the 2-inch blocks, whereas these are the 1.5-inch blocks for the lettuce. And this is for tomatoes because I'm going to be doing seeding some sun gold cherry tomatoes. So I don't know if I am starting these too early or if I'm starting them too late. And yes, I'm just going to pinch a few into each of these little holes here. So then I'm going to cover all of these guys with perlite because I don't have vermiculite, and water them in, and oh boy, tomatoes. Hi silly, I haven't seen you for so long. How are you doing? It was a really rough winter. It was really cold and snowy. Where's your mama noodle? Oh boy, skunk cabbage. Hey buddy. Oh, it's so nice to see you. That's little buddy.